What is up, YouTube? We are back with another awesome moto vlog. It's been over a year of owning the GX, and it still hasn't actually seen any off-road conditions. In the past year, I've been doing a lot of modifications to the vehicle and just using it as a daily driver. The intent of the vehicle at first was just to get a daily driver and have something to negate some of the miles I was putting a year on the M4. But I've grown to really love the vehicle, and I've decided that I wanted to keep building the vehicle and also take it off-road whenever I get a chance to. But being that I'm down here in Florida, at first I thought to myself, you know, there can't be good off-roading in Florida. But as I've been looking around the GX Off-Road Florida group and just in general doing some research around the area for off-road trails, I found that there is a decent amount of off-roading here. So I really like to just get the GX out and see what some of these trails are around Florida. I'm living here on the Space Coast of Florida, so there's a couple of things that I had found doing a search on the internet. I'm in this wiki lock. It's a location-based wiki for off-roading trails, and it's pretty cool. You can download these trails on your phone so that you don't need to use cell service for them, and it gives you kind of the overall like terrain difficulty. The one in particular that I'm going to is called Canaveral Groves. It's up in the Titusville, Cape Canaveral area, and it's near the Kennedy Space Center, relatively near. It's in that general area. It looks like it's moderate difficulty. It's 7 miles of trail. There's only 7 feet of elevation loss. Elevation gain 118 feet and max elevation 49 feet. So this is definitely some Florida trails. There's nothing really mountainy or anything like that. But it looks cool to me. I mean, I'm going to go there and just see what it's all about. We'll find out if it's even worth it. But just for the day of just going up there and seeing what the GX is capable of, I think it's going to be awesome to just go cruise around these trails and we'll see what they have to offer. So I brought got the GoPro all charged up. I've got a couple of spare batteries. I want to go out there and take some photos and also do some video and get some outside footage of the vehicle. So I don't know exactly what we're going to be getting ourselves into, but regardless, you're coming along for the ride. So let's get out to the GX and let's see what's up there. As you can assume, yes, I had to get gas, and I know all you GX people out there can relate, as these things are not the most gas efficient. But it was cool while I was pumping gas here, some guy pulls up in this pretty awesome Jeep. It sounded pretty gnarly, had some work done to it. So he knew about the trail that I'm going to, and sounded like it's a pretty cool trail. So let's get up there and see what it's got to offer. All right, we are back. That was freaking awesome. I would say that the maiden voyage of the GX taking it off-road was a success. I was a little bit worried because I don't have a snorkel, which might be something on the list here in the near future if I start going through some of that. There was a couple of areas out on the trail that I just didn't even bother going down because there was just extremely deep puddles. You know, it would have been up close to the windows had I gone through it, so I just decided to stay away from some of that stuff. But overall it was really cool out there. I spent like an hour and a half going around in the trails. So let's just go outside and do a little 360 walk around and see what kind of damage we did to the car. I can smell there's a little bit of a smell coming from the car. I think that's just mainly the engine components that were hot got wet and kind of stinking a little bit. So let's check it out and see what it looks like. Not so bad. Pretty decent for the most part. Yeah, really not too bad. A lot of the water just kind of washed everything off. The back. It's barely got anything going on here, so yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, so that was an awesome little trip today. It was a great Sunday afternoon activity. I went out there for a few hours and just goofed around with the car, and it felt like the GX has a lot more capability than I initially realized. I see tons of people on the internet doing ridiculous rock crawling stuff on it. I just never felt the capability of the vehicle myself other than just driving around the street. So it was really cool to go out there and kind of check that out. I was in some deep sand and it just ripped right through everything. There was really no need to go into the four-wheel drive low, so didn't really mess around with any of those settings, just kept it in drive really, and it just powered through everything. It powered through lots of mud and powered through some really deep sand. That was pretty fun, doing a little bit of a donut there, getting some dust stirred up. I think a couple of people were looking at me like, why does this guy have a Lexus out here? Like, I think a lot of people were just confused. I didn't see any GXs out there. I just saw tons of trucks and dirt bikes and four-wheelers, and I got quite a bit of funny looks, but a lot of people gave me thumbs up once they saw me later, and I was covered in mud and had the GX just kind of ripping through some of these areas where there's pretty deep puddles. So I think I proved that I wasn't just out there lost. It was pretty fun. Overall, you can see from the footage, there's not much elevation change. It's just some real tight areas in between trees and just lots of sand and mud and puddles everywhere. So it's cool. It's a fun thing to do. I need to try to get a bigger group of people out there. I have a couple of people around the area that I know that one of them has a GX and some other people with some Jeeps. It'd be cool to get a group together and go out and get some better footage and do a little bit more extensive exploration of the trails. I was in the trail system there, and I don't know how far back it goes, but I felt like I had gone so far and I still couldn't figure out the end of it. There's no way I went 7 miles. Apparently it's 7 miles worth of trails, but there's no way I went through that. I'm looking at the map right now, and it's just massive. There's the area that's mapped out here on this wiki location app is definitely not the area I took. I went all these side trails off of the main one, and so that was pretty cool just going through that. But you know, it was tight, and it makes me almost kind of question whether or not I want to even wrap the GX with some of these graphics. I mean, it'd be cool to wrap them and put it on there, but at the same time, it's like, man, this thing's gonna get scratched up, and I think, you know, for off-roading, it's meant to get scratched up, and it made me feel like it's like, whatever, I don't even care what the outside of the car looks like, just because if I'm gonna be doing stuff like this, the car's gonna take a wear from it. That's what it's for. That's what it's all about. It's all about having fun, ripping around, and just pushing the car to its limits and seeing what it can do. So I think I'm going to end it here, but thank you so much for watching the video. If you like this video and you want to see more off-roading content, I'm kind of interested in exploring some more areas of Florida and see what all Florida has to offer, and then let everybody as viewers see kind of what Florida does have. So if everybody likes this video, please give it a thumbs up. It'll help give some feedback for me to know whether or not you like this type of content. If I get a good response out of this video, I'll probably do a lot more off-roading videos here in the future. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more stuff coming up. for modifications to the GX. So stay tuned for that. If you're not a subscriber and you want to get updates whenever I upload new videos, just hit that subscribe button down below. It lets you know whenever I add new videos, and it also helps me out as a channel. So thanks to all the current subscribers, and if you're a new subscriber, thank you as well. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.